sitting in the shadows, looked up and felt the feeling at the ground. Looking up more than I looked down, choose a whole up there and second time around. Too much to me, sitting in the shadows, looked up and felt the feeling at the ground. Looking up, looking up, looking up, looking up. This is from the album Tumbleweed Connection, Burn Down the Mission. Tell me there's an angel in your tree. Did it say it come to call on me? The things I get are desperate and I'm home, living in Paris of the restless folks I know. Everybody down, we fell down to the riverside. Look to the east, the way the fat dog to hide. The high for walked up dawn, the rich man asleep. Time to put the flame torch to the heat. song from our new album, and it's called Blue Wonderful. Every breath is a prayer of some kind. I breathe in, I breathe out, I just breathe. And you're so well blue wonderful to me. Like swimming in your eyes. I dive in, I dive deep, I just swim. I lose myself in you, blue wonderful again. Don't you know where you go? I will follow in your footsteps. I'll find my own speed. Addicted like I am to the blue. Two kinds of blue are all the blues I need. Yesterday that someone else's song, and 65 from the time long ago, long before you came, blue wonderful, I know. It's just something I just left behind, and the past far away used to be. But you're present, my blue wonderful to me. Go where you want, when you want to. Just don't let the wind tear you free. Home. Don't ever hang around with the breeze. Your footsteps, I'll find my own speed. Addicted like I am to the blues. Two kinds of blue are all the blues I need. Every breath is a prayer of some kind. I breathe in, I breathe out, I just breathe. And you're so well blue wonderful to me. Like swimming in your eyes. I dive in, I dive deep, I just swim. I lose myself in you, blue wonderful again. I lose myself in you, blue wonderful, blue wonderful again. We're going to do a song now from an album called Honky Chateau. This features Davy Johnson on mandolin and Matt Bissonette on bass, and a song about New York called Mona Lisas and Mad Hatters. Now I know Spanish Harlem are just pretty words to say. I thought I knew, now I know the road trees never grow in New York City. Until you think this tragic kind dream come true, you stand at the edge where people run you through. And I thank the Lord there's people out there like you. I thank the Lord there's people out there like you. One more leaves and not a house, something bankers, something lawyers. Turn around and say good morning to the night. But they can't, that is why. Can't, that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. This broken guy, he's got a lot of songs to sing. If I knew the tunes, I might join in. I go my way alone, I grow my own tea, shabby song in New York City. Subways nowhere for a good man to go down. Rich man can ride, and the hobo he can drown. And I thank the Lord for the people I have found. I thank the Lord for the people I have found. One more leases, and not a house, some to bankers, some to lawyers. Turn around and say good morning to the night. For unless they see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. Now I know Spanish harmony, just pretty words to say. I thought I knew, but now I know the road trees never grow in New York City. Until you think this track and dream come true, you stand at the edge while people run you through. And I thank the Lord, there's people out there like you. I thank the Lord, there's people out there like you. One more leaves, no matter how it's something bankers, something lawyers. Turn around and say good morning to the night. For let them see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. For let them see the sky, but they can't, and that is why. They know not if it's dark outside or light. This is the title track from our new album, Wonderful Crazy Night. Ice cubes on the back of your neck, we're going through the parking lot. A radio humming in every car. Don't it feel like the clock's just stopped? Calypso just cast its spell. We grabbed that magic just because we remember and never forget. What a wonderful crazy night that was. Some things you don't forget, some things just take a hold. A wonderful crazy night. Jack. Hot on fire, just the one last time. Always fun clapping at every hand. Some things you don't forget, some things just take a hold. A wonderful crazy night like that, it's back, won't let me go. Someday if you ask me all about the key to love, I'll say that wonderful night, what a wonderful crazy night it was. Feel it, we knew where we were at. Stopped the bar, filled out our future. Don't everybody need a love like that? I keep on back on that, blowing through the parking lot. We remember and never forget what a wonderful crazy night that was. Some things you don't forget, some things just take a hold. A wonderful crazy night like that, it's back, won't let me go. Some days if you ask me all about the key to love, I'd say that wonderful night, what a wonderful crazy night it was. Thank you. We're going to leave you with a song which I wrote for an English drag queen called Mrs. Shuttlewick, and it's called Levon. Levon wears his woven like a crown. He called the job Jesus, 'cause he likes the name, and I'm sending them to the finest school in town. Levon likes his money. He makes a lot that say. He spends his days downtown in a garage by the motorway. He was born a puppet to a park on a Christmas day, when the New York Times that God is dead. And one big guy I've been talking has done today. Shout be a good man, and shout be Levon, and to get with the family plan, and shout be Levon, and shout be a good man, and he shall be Levon. he shall believe on. He shall believe on.
Elton John's Wonderful Crazy Night is his 33rd studio album, out February 5th, and on it we find the distinguished musician and humanitarian in fine spirits, upbeat, surrounded by longtime friends and collaborators. From the stage at the Wiltern Theater in Los Angeles, it's a great pleasure to be joined by Elton John.
Thank you very much.
How are you, sir?
I'm very well, thank you. Excellent, yes.
Well, thank you for taking the time for us at KCRW. We appreciate it. And we should set the scene for our audience on the radio here.
Right.
We're actually on stage at the Wiltern, and we've somehow convinced you to record some songs for us during sound check.
Yeah.
And
well,
you'll be playing here later tonight.
Yes, I will be playing here later tonight, but we know KCRW is a very important radio station, and it does a great service to new artists, and it does a great public service. And so it was a no-brainer to do this for you guys, because we love what you do, and it's important that you continue to do what you do.
Well, thank you. So the Wiltern, have you played here before?
I did a private show here for Mercedes-Benz, but I've never actually played a show here before, so it's quite a special night for me. I've played most places in Los Angeles, but not here, so it's going to be fun.
Well, I always think of the Troubadour as a venue I associate with you, where you made your first American performance many years ago, and then of course Dodger Stadium.
Right, in 1975. It doesn't seem that long ago, to be honest with you, and it seems only a nanosecond since I was at the Troubadour. But of course, this year it's 47 years since I've been coming to America, and Los Angeles was my first port of call. And it was really an amazing experience, because I never thought what would happen to me, what would happen to me would happen, because it was kind of a crazy series of events. But yeah, it was a lovely thing to happen. It was happenstance, and I'm glad I came. It was October 1970.
What do you think it is about Los Angeles that has drawn you? Do you spend a lot of time here still?
I have a house here. My children come out here. I play in Las Vegas a lot, and we have a film company, so it's important to have a home here. I've had a home here before. I've had 2 homes here before, a house and then 2 apartments. I fell in love with Los Angeles when I first came here. I mean, I'd seen things like the Beverly Hillbillies and lots of programs about 77 Sunset Strip, and was a big favorite of mine. And so when I came to America, it was great that we came to LA first, because everything that I thought it would be materialized. And the music scene over here was so vibrant. And the 70s provided, or the 60s provided the San Francisco sound, and then the 70s provided the Eagles and Rufus and Chaka Khan and lots more great Los Angeles acts that came through. And it was a great period to be here. It was an exciting time to be here.
Well, as I mentioned in the intro, Wonderful Crazy Night sounds like you're in a very good place. The title, the tone, the cover image, the lead single, Looking Up. Are you happy?
I am. That's why I wanted to make a joyous record. I wanted every lyric to be joyous, even the slow songs like Good Heart and Tambourine. I wanted to have a joyous lyric, because I was in a joyous place. We made the record last year in January and April. And in early January, we were playing in Hawaii. And I said to Davey Johnson, my guitarist, please go out and buy some 12-string guitars. So I want this album to sound jingly, jangly, Californian. And it turned out exactly the way I hoped it would. And Bernie Taupin, my lyricist of 49 years, came up with some great lyrics, some very happy lyrics. We're both in the same space. We both have 2 children. We're both very happy with our other halves. We're in a very good place in our lives. We've come through a hell of a lot, personally and professionally. And it's nice to be at this age, which I'll be 69 in March, and feel so good about life. You know, you can't ask for more than that.
It's been some time, maybe 9 years, since you've recorded with the Elton John Band. How does it feel to be back with them?
Well, it was T-Bone Burnett's, who's my producer's idea. He said, let's use the band, let's make a band record. And we've been playing so well on stage, it made sense. This is my 3rd record with T-Bone, after I did the Leon Russell record, which was called The Union, which was a labor of love, and one of the greatest things I've ever done, as far as, you know, working with him was just such an incredible honor. And then we did the Diving Board, which was a kind of, as T-Bone says, a parlor record and a very intimate piano record. And I wanted to make a band record that sounded raucous, and probably the most raucous record I've made since Rock of the West is, and if not the most raucous. And for a piano player, that's not very easy to do. I find it easier to write miserable, sad songs on the piano, because that's the way the piano sets it up. It's, you know, you tend to write more chords in a song than you would on a guitar. So it was a challenge. I tried to write the songs in keys for my guitarist, Davey, and it all worked out brilliantly. And it was once we got in the studio and put the first track down, which was Blue Wonderful, and the second track, which was Wonderful Crazy Night, we just roared. We did a track a day. We did 10 tracks last January and 4 tracks in April, and we chose 10 tracks out of those 14. And the result was just high energy. It was just, we had a ball.
Has your creative process, writing, changed over the years, or do you still approach it similarly?
It's exactly the same as when I first wrote a melody to Bernie's lyrics. I go away in another room, write the melody, come back and play it to him. And it's kind of why after 49 years it still is exciting, because I still get that buzz when I've written a song to his lyric and I go and play it to him or bring him in and say, what do you think? It's as exciting now as it was back then. And I think that's why we've lasted so long, because we have this continual desire to create something unusual, different, and we don't know what we're going to create. I have no idea until I get into the studio what the lyrics are going to be, and I get about 24 lyrics, and I go through them, and off we go. So it's an exciting process for me. It's not a slog, it's not a chore, it's not a writer's block situation. It's just every time we do something we haven't written for a while, and it's very, very exciting to know what the hell are we going to do next.
Well, that excitement is palpable. You know, we can really sense it and connect with that when we watch you perform. And just here today, you're of such strong voice and such skill as a pianist still. Have you changed your technique to sort of maintain form?
No, I play a lot. So I think when you have great musicians playing with you, it helps you. Helps you a lot. It inspired that my musicians know what to play. I never tell them what to play. On the record, I didn't tell them what to play. They instinctively know what fits the song, and that's an amazing thing. That's the caliber of the musicians that I have in my band. My voice changed in 1986. I had an operation on my voice in Australia, which I've gone on record as saying that's why I don't have the falsetto I have anymore. But it lowered the timbre of my voice and made it stronger. And so when I read reviews saying, well, he can't hit the high notes, well, that's nonsense. I play the songs in the same key as I did originally, but I don't have the falsetto. So my voice is better than it was. My piano playing is as good as it was. And it's different because my musicians push me. And I think when you get to a certain age, you can't afford to coast. Well, I don't want to coast. I don't want to, if I'm playing Levon, I'll do a different arrangement of it. If I'm playing Tiny Dancer, I play something different in it every night. And that's because I can hear what my musicians are playing, and they play something different every night. So it inspires you. And I think that's good. I just don't want to coast. I don't want to just go through the motions. I want to try and improve as much as I can until the point where my voice isn't as strong or as good as it was in the past, and then I'll stop.
You mentioned that this is your third project with T-Bone Burnett.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what the secrets of his genius.
He is great at putting people at ease. Every session I've done with him from the Union onwards has been very, very relaxed. He has the art of relaxing people in the studio. Now, studios can be tense because when the red light goes on and you're kind of nervous, I've never had that with T-Bone whatsoever. He's just carried on the tradition of all the producers I work with, from Gus Dudgeon, Chris Thomas, Pat Leonard, Greg Penny. They all have the musical ability to relax you. And T-Bone the most, it's such a casual atmosphere in the studio. And he can pick up a guitar and play a solo like he does on Blue Wonderful. And it's great to have that musical ear that can tell you that maybe what you're doing isn't quite right. Even though it's your song, maybe it would be better if you did it a certain different way. And that's why you have a producer. But I have to say, working with T-Bone is probably the most relaxed I've ever been with any producer that I've worked with.
I recently watched Colin Hanks' wonderful documentary on Tower Records.
Right.
And in that film, there is some amazing footage of you shopping at Tower on Sunset. And at the time, this is in the 70s,
Mm-hmm.
they would open the store for you
Right.
early. You came in a limo,
Right.
and you'd leave with your arms full of music.
boxes full. I used to go early on a Tuesday morning because Tuesday morning was release day.
Yeah.
So I'd get in there before everybody else. In fact, I knew it so well I could have worked there. And I love people who work in record stores and bookstores. And they love what they do so much. They're passionate about it. And when Tower Records closed, it was like part of my life closed with it. Opposite, there's Book Soup, which is one of my favorite places in the world too. And I said, if that ever goes, I don't know what I'm going to do, because they got rid of Tower. And it was one of the greatest pleasures I had in my life, every Tuesday going there on release day when I was in LA, because it was so exciting.
Are you still that voracious with music? Do you collect?
Oh, yeah, I collect. I mean, I collect every CD that comes out, more or less. And now I've started, I sold all my vinyl in 1991. It was the first thing I did for the Elton John AIDS Foundation. I had a huge collection of vinyl, which I had nowhere to put. And so I sold it to, and 8 tracks, to a guy in St. Louis who bought the whole collection. And then I've rediscovered vinyl, and I actually play all the things that I buy now is on vinyl. Apart from playing stuff in the car, I play everything on vinyl, because every artist that has a new album coming out, now it really comes out on vinyl. Every new act presses their album on vinyl. And so I've fallen in love with the ritual of buying the album, looking at the credits, opening the gatefold sleeve if they have one, sitting down, putting the record on, getting up after side 1 and putting side 2 on. It's just a ritual that I love so much. And it's when I'm buying all the old stuff that I sold before, and I play it in Vegas, and it's like having someone play in your room. You put a record by the meters on vinyl, and it's like they're in the room with you. There's something about the quality of vinyl. But as far as listening to new things, I listen to new things all the time. I'm always on the hunt for the new and the enlightening and the inspiring. And there's a lot of new stuff out there that is inspiring and new. Just doesn't really get the exposure it deserves, because radio is so formulated. And so people like Rufus Wainwright, if they were starting today, where would they get exposure? It's difficult. Tobias Jesso Jr. is an example. He gets his exposure by playing live and word of mouth and the internet, but he's not really getting played that much on radio, and that's a shame.
Well, besides KCRW,
yeah, I know.
Of course.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about this instrument, this large red instrument. Do you tour with this specific piano?
No, I don't tour with the red piano. This is a relic from the red piano show in Las Vegas, which I did the David LaChapelle show. And I play, it stays in California, and I use it on the West Coast when my black piano isn't available. But I usually play a black 9-foot grand. But this is a great piano. I have about 6 of these pianos scattered around the world, so we don't have to keep, changing, keep carrying them from. I have pianos in Europe, pianos in Australia, pianos here, and it's just out of necessity that I have a lot of these things, because after about a year of playing them and banging the hell out of them, they have to go and be completely refurbished. And this one is great. I love this one.
It's been an emotional week for many of us with the passing of David Bowie, and I wonder how it made you feel, and if you can share a story about David.
I don't want to go into it too much, because I talked about it last night, but the thing that it just shocked me, because I didn't know he was that ill, and it obviously shocked and saddened. My husband rang me at 11:30 on Sunday night from England, and I thought, oh my God, what's happened? Something's gone wrong with the kids. And he said, I just want to tell you that David died. And I went, I don't believe it. I cannot believe it. It's just completely shocked me. His music speaks for itself. He's a giant, a groundbreaking artist, songwriter, performer, actor. And my story about David is the one I told yesterday. Is like, when I heard Space Oddity, I thought, that's the greatest record I've heard for years. Who produced that? And we'd just written the songs for the Elton John album, and we were looking for a producer. So I said, whoever produced that and did the arrangement, I want those. And it was Gus Dudgeon who produced it, and Paul Buckmaster who did the arrangement. And those guys, I made 17 albums, I think, with Gus, and Paul Buckmaster did a lot, the first 3 albums, arranged the albums. So I have David to thank for that. He got me fixed up with my production team, and that record still sounds as good now as it did then. And that's a sign of a great writer, and it's a sign of a great artist, and his legacy will be there forever.
Well said. Elton John, thank you so much for joining us. The new album, Wonderful Crazy Night, available, well, this week, actually, by the time of our broadcast. And we want to wish you all the best. And thank you so much for spending time here with KCRW.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. And thank you for all you do musically and promoting those young artists. They need it, okay?
Thank you, sir.